So let's talk. I must say that I have not been doing so good for the past 2 to 3 weeks. Uh, just off camera, a lot of things have been happening, and I didn't want to talk about it and put it on the internet because, for one, my mom and dad watch these videos, so I don't want them to be, you know, anxious about me. And then again, I didn't want to put it on the internet because the internet is the internet. I thought that this would be something that helps everyone, something that everyone is going through. For the past 2 to 3 weeks, I have not been particularly happy. I have been, anxious about a lot of things. I have not been able to study as much. And I'm sure that anyone who's preparing for any exam or anyone in general, a rule of thumb for me is if you can be happy, if you are happy, you can also be sad. And being sad is normal. It's just how you tackle that phase, how you tackle being sad. This is really hard for me to talk about. I feel like mental health is easy to talk about when you are not suffering anything, when you are happy. But then when you are on the receiving end, it's really hard to talk about it. I'd like to talk about whatever I have done to help myself, and maybe you can take a few notes. Maybe something helps you or someone who is close to you, because most of the times it's easy to cover up. You don't know what someone else is going through. Maybe that person does not open up. Thankfully, I had a lot of people whom I can talk to about these things, who helped me a lot. What are the things that I did to help myself? One thing is, do not sit idle. Do something always. Occupy yourself. Whatever it is, you don't have to study if you are really sad. I'm someone who loves to study. I know most of the people watching these videos won't be, but I actually like studying. I like sitting in front of a book and reading, studying. Call me weird, but it's probably because of the environment that I grew up in. My father always used to study. When I was sad, I am still sad. I don't like to study because I associate studying with happiness. So it's hard for me to sit and study when I'm overthinking and when I'm sad. But something that helps is कि if I sit and study for 5 minutes, I forget everything. फिर मैं वो study mood में चले जाता हूँ. It's just the first 5 minutes that's hard. So my point being that occupy yourself with something. Even if it's not studying, do something. I like playing the guitar, but मैं 3-4 महीने से उसको खोला भी नहीं. अभी इंडिपेंडेंस डे के लिए प्रैक्टिस के लिए I had taken it out. But I like playing the guitar, I like making music, I like watching series, Netflix series, animes. I subscribe to Disney Hotstar. I used to watch cricket matches in that. I still watch football highlights. Valorant Champions Tour is going on, so I watch all those games just to divert my mind, give myself something to be happy about. Listening to songs. But whatever you do, do not sit idly, do not let yourself think too much. Think about 3 or 4 things that actually help you forget things. It could be reading, it could be watching a series, it could be playing music, it could be dancing, it could be talking to someone. And if you can't stop thinking, go sit with someone, share your experiences, share what you're going through. That might help because that person might be able to give you valuable information, advice. I'm so lucky that I have so many good friends whom I can talk to, my parents I can talk to. So yeah, identify those things and just do not let yourself go into that loop. Okay, and obviously studying will take a toll because of all this. You won't be able to study as much. and that's okay. Don't be harsh on yourself. Like the first week when I was actually was anxious and all, I was really harsh on myself. I was like कि अभी तक तो पढ़ रहा था, अभी नहीं पढ़ रहा हूँ. Why? Like you have to study more, and that did not help because एक तो मुझे पढ़ने का मन नहीं था, and I'm forcing myself to sit and study. I was obviously not helping. Take a break. It's totally fine. Just after the break, do it. It's okay if you don't study for a week. It's okay if you don't study for 2 weeks. Think about yourself. You are important. You are more important than anything else. पर कोई तो बोलता है मेरे को कि तुम नहीं है तो तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं है, right? And it is a very important advice. Talk about your problems to people, and if you are friends with someone, ask them if they are going through something, and because it's very easy to hide, it's very easy to act normal, but under mein maybe they are going through a lot. You never know. Find things that help you forget about it. Occupy yourself with stuff, and don't be harsh on yourself if you can't study. For me, for example, one thing that I did was I did not get out of the track of studying. Every day I would sit for at least half an hour on my desk, जो भी कर रहा हो. I tried not to use my phone, but some days I used my phone, but I still sat on the desk for 30 minutes. Maybe book खोल के कुछ भी सोच के बैठता था, marrow खोल के. I would take notes. When I'm taking notes, I can't think about anything else. So try to do that. Don't fully shift away from studying. Do something. Study, yeah, जो भी है, do something sitting at the desk where you used to study, so that you don't lose that habit totally. It's very hard to start from zero. जो जितना तक आए हो, at least try to keep that, ताकि आगे जाके when you are in a better condition, you can just continue. Everyone should understand that everyone overthinks. It's not just you. So just because you overthink does not make you a psychiatric patient. Okay, everyone has stresses, everyone is anxious. It's just that right now you are being more anxious than normal. Maybe you are being overloaded with a lot of bad news, bad information. But everything passes with time. Everything passes. The sad moments are never there forever. The good moments are never there forever. आज sad हूँ, maybe after 1 year I'll be laughing at this phase of my life. Watch a series. बहुत पढ़े हो तुम लोग. Watch a series. And yeah, that's all for this video. I wanted to share my experience, although it's really hard to. Take care. Tata.